of is good if the owner can dunk better than some of the players? Is that a
Hey man, I gotta help my guys out. Whatever got to do, we gotta attack the rim with some ferocity.
Myles, what was your motivation for wanting to become a part of the Cavs? Why was this important to you?
I always loved ball. It's still one of the things I will always enjoy. It's one of the ways I connect with my family, especially the men in my family, and want to plant deep roots in the city and make this a community that I'm always a part of.
ownership opportunities don't come around all that often, even like small pieces or whatever. The Haslam's had to buy into bunch. So just how lucky do you feel you're able to get a piece of the hometown team and you didn't have to maybe buy part of a team on the West Coast or something like that?
I mean, took time, but the patience definitely paid off. Have a great relationship with Dan, his family, and the guys there at the Cavs. Just part of building a relationship, a genuine connection, and I think we both understood how much I really loved it, and how much these two teams mean to the city, and how we could really branch them together.
As a part owner, are you allowed to sign yourself to the team, even summer league potentially?
Man, there might be some in there where I can get a 10-day, work my way up.
Was it always a dream for you when you started this journey to buy a stake in the NBA team, knowing how much you love ball?
Yes, but when I was growing up, I assumed it'd be something I would do like when I was retired. So I'll be able to get into. And so for it to present itself this early on in my life and career, it's nothing short of a blessing.
It's one thing to show up in the courtside just to take in a game casually here and there. But when did you really become like a true Cavs fan? When did that hit you?
A true Cavs fan? Man, 2016.
Front runner.
Hey, I've been a Bron fan for a long time, so being a Cavs fan was almost pretty natural, except when they played the Mavs at that time. But 2016, I really fell in love with that team and how much they came together and won it all. And then when he left, I still had a love for that team and what they were doing in that bond they created.
Seeing that parade, what do you think the Browns parade would be like in Cleveland?
Like no parade that's been done in like the last 4 or 5 years. I think this town would be rocking and shut down for about 4 or 5 days.
Have you had any sort of funny conversations with Jimmy Haslam about the fact that you're NBA owners?
Not yet, but I'm sure I'll start digging at him here soon, or he'll get to me first, one or the other.
Are you going to look forward to someday Cavs and Bucks meeting up?
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to be a tough team all year, and so are we. So glad that we're together here, but it's on site whenever it's NBA season and we're off the field.
Myles, you mentioned connecting with your family through hoops, and especially the men in your family. I can't think of anybody but to have your brother be in the NBA as a player, and now you have this involvement. What's he think about this?
We don't talk like all the time, and we talk consistently, but it's like kind of spaced out. But he texted me. He said it's a grown man move.
Are you prepared for the onslaught of your teammates asking for tickets, gear, or whatever? I'm sure it's going to happen.
I mean, prepared. Like it was as soon as the news broke, I was swarmed. I so the team get the first 2 rows, right? So I gotta make something shake and move.
Are you going to have like an assistant that's going to handle that for you? Or
Oh, this is out of my hands. This is bigger than me.
Do you feel like in some ways you'll have a different perspective on a team, looking at it from a little bit of an ownership standpoint when you think about everything?
Well, yes, but also being able to look at it from a player who's also currently playing on his own team. So have both perspectives of insight, and so it would be a nice way to challenge myself to balance both and be a good way to level between the players and upper management.
And do you feel like you are leaving your mark on Cleveland and you're sort of leaving a bit of a legacy here? I mean, do you envision that someday you'll be spending a lot of time in Cleveland even when your career is over?
I mean, I'm not going to sell my house and pack up and leave. I definitely plan to be here for a long time, and I know I'll start a family here, and I'm not just going to rip and run once things are over and I hang up the cleats. So I plan to be here supporting the Cavs, supporting the Browns for a mighty long time.
You taking some football questions too?
Hey, that's it. I don't ask the question.
So what do you have? What do you have planned for an encore after that game that Jim Schwartz called a performance for the ages?
He said that?
He did.
Oh man. I don't know. I was asking him how I can improve on that. But at the end of the day, he's like, continue to make your teammates better, and that's always the goal and what I'm striving to do. Because it's not always going to come together like that. Those kind of games are few and far between, and how much you uplift your teammates and get them involved and help them make plays, especially like that last play with Z again, the strip sack to win the game. Continue to help for your teammates to make those plays all throughout the game. That's what I look forward to, because as much as I want to take over, sometimes teams are going to do their best to make sure that can't happen. So do what I can, win the opportunities that come, but make the most of those times where I'm getting double or triple team, and open it up for those other guys to make those game changing plays.
Every year, you and other players talk about getting better. And with what you've been able to accomplish early in your career, it's almost kind of hard to fathom you getting even better. But just the impact that Jim Schwartz has had on you, how has he made you a better player? Maybe not so much from a statistical standpoint, but just as a football player.
Just simplifying it and kind of leveling with me on what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. He knows I play very instinctually, and he loves it. He's happy with how I attack the game, how I attack the line of scrimmage, how I play blocks. He's like, we'll play off of you in most instances. We got to keep the integrity of the defense, but if you're going to go there and you're going to get in the backfield and make the play, we'll move around you, we'll adjust. But as long as you hold the edge, you don't leave any of the other D linemen out to dry. You don't open up the gaps. We're going to ride with you, and I'm 100% bought in on everything that he's called for me and us as a D line and defense to do.
You've always coveted NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Do you feel like a couple more monster games like that, I mean, those really put you on the map? Do you feel firmly in the conversation of that now? You got to just kind of keep it going?
Nah, I don't get into all that. A war's an award. At the end of the day, we want the big one, Lombardi. So we got to continue to play together as a team and complementary so we can win that one. The Defensive Player of the Year, that comes down to statistics and sometimes narrative. So you got to play for the love of the game and play for your teammates. All the rest of that will take care of itself.
When you see Tony jump on that fumble you call, do you thinking when's your next touchdown coming?
It bounced to me, and I was falling over Minshew, and I bounced it off the ground, and I watched it go away. And I was like, I hope somebody gets it. But I was excited that it was just a big play, and wasn't sure who was going to come up with it. But when Tony did, it was it's a big moment for him. Yeah. I'm not mad that I didn't get it. I love that he's able to shine himself. He's able to make a big play, and people are able to know his name. He's able to get some gratification.
Your thoughts on Geno?
Geno.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, what she said.
I think he's pretty darn good. I think he's calm and he's very capable. He's mobile in the pocket. He's always looking downfield, and if you relax on him, think he's not one of those top guys who gladly go and prove you wrong.
If you happen to jump outside, are you just going to keep going now? Jim said that.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that the lesson he taught?
we're going. If I take that step and I'm by the line and I'm not trying to pull my head back and all that, I'm just going to fire off.
You guys are 4-2.
We'll do one more after this.
But around Cleveland, it seems a little bit more doom and gloom. Do you feel around?
That's
like,
y'all. That's y'all's fault.
Do you feel like you're kind of under the radar in terms of the national state of this team and how good you guys actually are?
Only as good as your last game. So, we got a W, and that's all that matters. We look forward to going to Seattle and playing as hard as we can to secure another W. It's all doom and gloom until you get another win. So, keep on abating those negative comments and opinions by winning on the road and winning in the division. And right now we have a chance to go out to Seattle and win a big one.
Good. Thanks, Mom.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.